Hey, welcome to the Podcat Potcast. We're celebrating the release of the Final Fantasy TCG Annual right here in the glorious year of 2017. Kappa, where we'll look ahead to the first ever World Championship. So come and join us for this ride. It's going to be easy clapping an epic Fortnite win.
I did my time, and I want out. So abuse the fight. It doesn't clash with it. No one's meant to vibrate. The reckoning, the sickening. Back at chicks a virgin. Zero record like a virgin. Now listen closely.
Next time on the podcast, you can look forward to the Podcat Potcast running in the 2020 elections. That's right, the podcast itself is going to be running, not anyone on the podcast. We can exclusively reveal the running mate of the Podcat Potcast in 2020. Every father that stepped out for a pack of smokes and didn't come back. And finally, some of you might be wondering what party the Podcat Podcast will be running under. Yes. To celebrate the pre-release weekend of Opus IX that's happening right now, as we record this, we have been proud to be sponsored to open a pack live on the podcast. Yes, that's right. I will be opening a pack right now, live, as we record. Let's find out what I pull from this pack of Opus 8, actually. Okay.
It's the other end, mate. Other end.
Okay, first up, we've got Marlene, Job Girl. Next we have Ninja, okay, Astrologian, okay, Setzer, okay, Sabin, okay, Archer, okay, Shango, okay, and my foil is Ramu, okay, I've got Reno, whatever, okay, Archangel GK, okay, Lava Spider, okay, and I've got a hero, okay, Vivi, whatever. Woo! Okay, that was a shit pack. Thanks. Next. This month, we're going to talk about all of the cadets in Opus 9. That's right. Other than King last month, Kageyama has blessed us with the entire set, and there are 6 whole other cadets to talk about. So let me just run you through these bad boys. First, we have Rem. She's Wind. She's a Class 0 cadet. The City of Final Fantasy Type 0 for her title. She's a backup. She's a 2 cost. She has the ability to dull her. Choose one Job Class 0 cadet. Forward you control. It gains 1000 power until the end of the turn. Next, we have Rem. That's right. Again, Ren is a Wind. 4 CP forward. She job is Class 0 cadet. Her title is Type 0. 6000 power. Her ability is, if Rem is dealt damage, reduce the damage by 3000 instead. At the end of your turn, activate Rem. And finally, her third ability, dull herself, choose one forward other than Rem, activate it. Next up, we're going to drop a big Deuce. It's Deuce, a Wind, 1 CP, forward, 3000 power, job, Class 0 cadet, title is the City of Final Fantasy and Type 0. Her abilities, the forwards other than Deuce you control gain plus 1000 power, and her other ability, the job, Class 0 cadet, forwards other than Deuce you control gain 1000 power. Next up we have 7, so Wind, 3 CP, backup, job, Class 0 cadet, title, the City of Final Fantasy and Type 0, ability, back attack, and when 7 enters the field, deal 2000 damage to all the forwards your opponent controls. Next, we have Ace, common, 2 CP, fire, backup. When Ace enters the field, choose one forward opponent controls. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. If you have a job Class 0 cadet among them, deal it 7000 damage. Then shuffle the revealed cards and return them to the bottom of your deck. And the final card is another Ace, but not just any Ace, boys and girls. It is the coveted, mythical, legendary, Legend Ace. He is a 5 CP fire forward, 8000 power. He has 2 abilities. The first is EX Burst. When Ace attacks, choose one forward opponent controls. Deal it 2000 damage for each job Class 0 cadet forward you control. His other ability is when Ace enters the field, reveal the top 7 cards of your deck. Add up to 2 job Class 0 cadets other than card name Ace among them to your hand. Then shuffle the other cards revealed and return them to the bottom of your deck. So as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, there's no Queen. It's a disappointment, as we can all agree, I believe. However, I believe all these cards give us, as Paul McCartney said in the Destiny song Hope for the Future, there's hope for the future. It's coming soon enough. How much can we achieve? Hope for the future. Alright, we're going to move on now to the next segment here on the podcast as we look ahead at Opus IX, which is having, as I said before, pre-release weekend this weekend. And we're going to go around everybody and they're going to talk about card or cards that they're excited about, maybe a little bit what they're excited about in terms of Opus 9. And we're going to start with Esufer.
Yeah, I really like the looks of Renoa and Sid. I think they're probably my two non-legend picks from the set that I've not already spoken about. A couple of things with the Renoa that I think are really cool is like you can slam Renoa down, then put down the 3-cost Laguna to search for a score. You get an effect off of the Laguna, and then you'll get an effect off the score, who's now 2 CP as well. So some pretty good value there. And Sid is just like Minor, but can pick up a Racewalker. Yay!
Renoa, the weird thing is
she's
Renoa.
Really good.
Yeah. It's because if you're running an 8 deck, you kind of want the tutor, right? Like you don't really want the 4-drop because well, we're gonna flick a Laguna or something. It's okay. So you pick the 2-drop over that. Dulling and freezing are both pretty relevant. The last one is whatever. Maybe sometimes you'll.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but you can have all 3 of them, which is really nice.
Yeah,
like if you school in play, it's just like you.
Even just like playing a Renoa and then, like you said, like you don't even have to play the score, right? You just play the Renoa and then the Laguna. They'll freeze something, and then next turn you have the score. It's pretty decent. What's this Sid Garland do actually? Top card to your deck, add 1 Earth character. Okay, yeah, sure. Seems alright. It's like March, but a backup. Yeah, okay.
You can crack with some pretty nut stuff. So, like, you can pick up Nidhogg's, Freysfog, all the new Garlean stuff, which is amazing, admittedly. You could pick a minor up with it and just go for loops for some reason.
Is there good Earth?
If you wanted to just dog and everything, yeah.
Oh, right, you can minor. Yeah, that's pretty good.
There's probably like some application I've not figured out. Good Earth 14 forwards, Rauban.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Good. I can't think of any more off the top of my head.
The rest are all Scions, right? Like Eater and stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, like, being able to crack this and picking up something like a Minfilia that you just popped to break something is pretty cool. It means you don't have to run 5. Like, this could be copies 4 and 5 of Minfilia if you needed.
It's definitely decent. It's sort of like Baderon, right? Where it like helps your early hints. Yeah. Granted, you have to reveal them so they know what you're getting, but it has the added benefit of like doing something else later.
If you can use it to pick up like a Star Sybil, you're golden, really. But would you run it from the top?
Backup slots are hard, right?
Yeah, especially in that deck.
People are already going to like 1 minor. Do you run this over minor?
Maybe it works in boy band. They've already got enough bullshit to get through the deck.
If you're running mono, yeah, I think if you're running mono worth, you definitely run this card. Assuming
it's just Marsh then in that case.
Yeah, that's all right.
And you can pick up a Shinola with it as well. Ugh.
Sick.
That's good. That's good.
That is pretty good. What about you, Robert?
Yeah, so Sid, it's good because it gets you all back up. I mean, if you open that, it's probably a keepable hand.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. Yeah, that's pretty much what is a good card these days. What's worth putting in your deck?
But yeah, there's not very many good forwards, is there? Well, not in
but you can get backups though, right? So
there's a ton of standard units it can grab, but it can just grab characters, which is really nice.
It gets you some decent stuff. Yeah, some
Minor and Kate Sith.
Yeah,
Case is a good shout.
You get Mamodi. That's all right. It's an alright backup. Yeah, there's enough, right? There's enough targets that you can run it.
It's one of those cards that's only going to get better as the set, as it goes on as well. But in like Fire Earth, you could potentially pick up like a Gasetsu or some shit, then play it off curve next turn. Yeah,
and like you said, you can get Hraesvelgr, Nidhogg.
The only cards that really matter, basically.
Yeah, big bumps, pretty good. Fire stuff. You can get Lease. That's pretty good. That's a good card.
It's a card to watch, for sure, right?
Yeah. No, look, even right now with even just getting a minor for its second ability, I'm not upset about playing this and never cracking it. Just looking at the top 5, getting a thing. Yeah, no, there's enough targets that's good. I think
you can grab Oriange with it and go nuts with the more Orianges.
Earth is not exactly on top of a ton of good 2-drop backups, right? Like that's why people run 3 minor so often because they're like, oh, what else am I running?
Yeah, it's really high end, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a good quote unquote 2-drop backup.
It is in mono though, isn't it? Really, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not missing mono.
Seems good. I think Renoa and the 8 package with Quistis could be a legit deck. Squall is very good. The new Squall.
Would you go Fire Ice or Ice though? Because you've got Kairos, which seems real good.
Probably just you could do Fire Ice.
I'd probably go Ice.
The question is with Fire Ice is if it's better than 6, and the answer is no.
Yeah, so. that's the yardstick in it. You can play Fire Ice 7, you can play Fire Ice 8, but are they better than 6? And the answer is no every time. No.
Yeah, but I think Squall's pretty good, pretty good card, and Quistis is good too.
Nado, it's you.
Me. Okay, well, let's talk about backup lock real quick first. Card is crazy good, I think. Maybe it has the wrong name, but that's fine. You can run it in an Art 6 deck. Naming backup, if you open it first, is really good for consistency. Naming forward, late game, make sure a dead draw turns into a forward. Monster, you can run like Scale Toad. What do you guys think about lock? I think it's crazy good. I think it's really good.
It can get Death Gaze straight away if it's your only monster. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awesome card. It can color fix for you too, depending if you're on monsters or not, or if you're not running summons for some reason. Like
the other thing is in Ice, right? You run like 6 summons most of the time, so you can just get one of them.
Yeah,
seems good. Next card, Edge. Edge is sick. Back attack Edge. I think people are sleeping on it a bit, and I think back attack is super good in Wind. His effects are not that great, but irrelevant because you can play a forward on their turn, and that's good enough by itself, I think.
Yeah, he's awesome. It's kind of what we were trying to do with Mono Water and Yuri, right? But
yeah,
it actually works.
Yeah, you just keep up 3, right? And they're like, oh, they're just keeping up 3 for like Yuri draw, and you're like, you know what's better than a Yuri draw? Playing this Edge, and then you just play the Edge. Naked play Bards, right? And then you keep 5 backups, and they're like, oh, they're not doing anything with that. You're like, actually, I'm playing it forward.
You've got Aerith too, like Aerith dies.
Aerith dies. Play Edge, yeah.
Or you hit Barts off the X and slam down Edge.
Exactly. I think the card is the best back attack we've had.
Yeah.
I guess we have 7 as well, but 7 seems less good.
I want to say playable one, but I might upset some Titus fans.
People love Titus, but Wind is better. Wind is better for this, for sure.
Yeah, this is better than Titus.
His second effect, I haven't really looked at the category 4 stuff, where you get like Riddia, Archfiends, that sort of shit. It's probably not relevant. The 4K is pretty good. That's all. Next, let's talk about Heretical Knight Garland. How consistent can you pay 6 for this guy? That's the question, right? Like, if you can pay 12, that's
a lot to pay.
That's too much to pay.
Isn't Earth basically always top decking anyway because all your shit's full cost? So wouldn't you have to save up for a couple of turns to be able to do this?
Yeah.
And for 6, I think I'd rather just slam down Veritas.
I mean, 6 for 6k to the board is okay if you have something to follow up with, right? But then having something to follow up with, yeah, you could just play Athena. That's true. All right, probably not good, but maybe. That's true.
I liked him a lot, and I think I still like him, but I don't like the second ability.
You just like him as a, like, what does he become?
Yeah,
2-drop 8k?
2-drop 8k. It seems okay. But the problem with the ability is you put the ability on him, and then after that resolves, they can just kill it before he gets the opportunity to attack.
That's true.
Yeah.
So like,
you can't even do it when he attacks.
It's only good when your opponent's starved out, and you can do.
And if they're starved out, they probably don't have a board, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Next, let's talk about Golbez, the world's greatest card in pre-release, which means nothing. But I sold Golbez's ability with Go-Go twice, hit a 5-drop both times, and won the game the next turn both times. Card's insane. If you hit, the special is pretty good, but hitting is hard. Well, hitting's not hard. Getting it to live a turn is hard. But it's sort of in the same vein as Zemus in that if it lives a turn, game over. Go next, right? What do you guys think about Golbez? You hate Golbez? Rob, you hate Golbez?
I like Golbez, but I don't think he's good.
What?
I want to believe in Golbez. I want to make the Golbez deck that'll rock the world, but I'm
Double Meteor looks fun.
Yeah, Double Meteor is good. See, you put it on the field, right? And they're like, he's gonna look at the top of his deck and reveal like, no. I have 12 Golbez in my deck. 8-9 easy.
Well, I can't argue with that logic.
Maybe I'm just too high on Golbez, but I think there's a deck out there that's gonna abuse Golbez, and it's gonna rock the world. It's gonna hit Fostoyas off the top. It's gonna hit Sephiroths off the top. It's gonna hit Nidhogg's off the top, and you're just gonna lose.
I mean, if you wanted to be a huge piece of shit, you could combo Lilty and Golbez and just double Meteor every time they try and attack you.
Oh, powerful.
That could be something.
They're just not going to attack you then. But that's good. Yeah. They can't attack you.
They might.
Yeah. Bannon. Banoon.
Banondorf. Yeah.
Banondorf. Yeah. So he's a 3-drop 4K, can't be chosen by your summons or abilities if it's a backup pretty much on top. Now, how does this work? I need you once. Judge man.
What's up?
So can I look at the top card, realize it's a forward, and then dull him and get the forward even though he's going to die?
Yes, as long as he's been on the field for a time.
Sick. All right, I love this card.
So his effect will always stack on top, and then when it resolves, you'll get a chance to stack on top of the summon that's targeting him, or ability. Easy clap.
Nice. Okay.
10. Please talk about Opus IX things.
Alright, yeah, it's a cool set. I like it. let's talk about fire. You can play a deck with all the big guys, and you can have 20 EX bursts at least, and they all give you a card, so maybe it's not so terrible. Between Gaius and the new Belias, that's 6 new draw cards on EX we just got, so maybe it's not bad.
So your plan, because fire has no draw power, is to let them hit you and then get cards off that.
And all your guys are just like 8k, and if Gaius lives, you probably win, because you just play dudes and attack. So yeah, it might be decent. Ghost, it's awesome. Spooky, really good card. What else is good? The Dragon's probably good.
Dragon is probably good.
Yeah. Other than that, Moogle, you can do everything with them. They're great. The Magus Sisters, they're awesome. I really like. You do lots of cool setups. Porum's really good with Porum. It's really good with Archfiends because it's on theme. That's cool. What else?
No, what did you talk about? Mega Sisters. I think card's garbage.
Yeah,
next.
Mega Sisters is actually interesting and worth talking about.
All right, so
like,
Rydia's really cool.
We just skipped on.
Yeah, never mind. It's cool.
James is like, oh yeah, Mega Sisters is alright.
Yeah,
like, oh, Mega
right.
Sisters is garbage. Rob's like, oh, really is good. Yeah.
I don't know. All right, go ahead. What are your thoughts on the Mega Sisters?
So Mega Sisters can enable like shit like Urianger Mill. Like you don't have Dadaluma anymore, so you need to get online a lot quicker. And this can dump either the Layak you need to stay alive forever, or the Urianger you need to stay alive forever, just straight into your break zone. And you can do it off an EX. I think it's pretty cool. Like being able to search something straight to your bin is it's a limited card in other card games. So I think it's going to be very good in this, especially since you can run 3. I don't think using it as an actual forward is going to be relevant at all. But I think being able to just throw stuff straight into your bin, like even if you're just setting up a Renoa for a Devout in Icewind, it's pretty cool.
Well, it's probably not bad if you draw like the third one, right? To play as a 4. Then you kind of got like a Ghetto Vanilla. And then it is a May trigger.
Right.
Yeah, it seems
I
good.
just don't think there's enough. It'll be good eventually. I just don't think there's enough break zone abuse.
You could put Ghost straight in the break zone with it.
Yeah, I could also just not play Mega Sisters and then play another forward. You know? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. What are you running? What are you taking out for this? Is the thing.
Well, I don't think it's too amazing right now, but I think it's going to matter a lot in the future. There's still some kind of weird things you can do with it right now.
Maybe the whole game right now is like board presence and tempo, or like abusing combos, right? And then Mega Sisters doesn't help you to. It helps you with combos, some of them, but not good enough. I'd rather just field an 8k that does something.
Is there anything that works well within limited?
I had it in the deck today, but only because I needed a wind forward. Yeah, it works with Porum.
Yeah, Porum's good.
On the topic of wind, Panelo into forward Balthier into France, probably really good.
Is it? What you search for one Sky Pirate and then you play Balthier? Okay, yeah, sure. Like 3-drop Balthier, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get this Fran that costs 1.
What? They're all next to each other, and I was looking at the new Balthier. I'm like, why do you want this?
Yeah, no, you don't want that. I don't know what that card does. Never mind. Rydia is really cool. Everyone really likes Gabranth. I don't see it yet, but it might be cool. But Rydia
gets
awesome.
you Rydia. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No one spoke about the best card, Bargam. It's great. Play it.
It's good just for the puns, being able to say "let bygones be bygones."
If we're talking limited, that is a fucking sick card. I tell you what.
It's just good in general.
Yeah, it's a lot of deck space though, isn't it? Maybe you just run it with Rina. What's the good one? You want to play not Gijuk. What's the other dude?
You play like 3 Runok and then you play 2 of the
Boagi. That's what you want.
Yeah, Boagi.
I thought we were talking about Bygan. My bad. I'll shut up.
You're playing Backgammon, then you want to be playing Boagi with it, and maybe the other 2, but probably just Boagi, and that's probably good enough.
Kane's really cool. No one spoke about him yet, but
I didn't talk about Mist Dragon on purpose so that one of you guys could.
We're just gonna skip over Mist Dragon.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Fuck the best summon this set. Kill it.
No, don't worry about it. We need to keep our secrets of cards that are really great.
Fucking sick summon.
It's a bad card and you should run Vayne because this card exists. Please run Vayne.
Yo, I tell you what though, Vayne carried me so hard today in Limited. Holy moly, that card puts in work.
Don't say that. The bads will feel vindicated.
Oh, sorry. It's bad.
Do you love obnoxious, overdone hand shuffling? Do you want to really infuriate your opponent with your mad skills? Do you have dyspraxia? I do. And want to drop your hand all the time? Well, do we have a product for you? Introducing the Keebler Shuffle. Yes, patented and developed by Brian Keebler. This is the ultimate technique to really make your opponent think you're an asshat while also being really impressed and wanting to learn to do it themselves. For only the price of an Apple monitor stand and 17 further payments to $349.59, we'll send you an exclusive public YouTube video on how to perform the technique so that you can hand shuffle like a pro. Disclaimer, Podcat Potcast takes no responsibility for you being shit and not being able to perform the keyboard shuffle properly. Alright, next up we're going to the Sportsball section. That's right, our ex-weather correspondent Jeff Lostley has moved on and he's now going to tell you all about the Sportsball.
The balls on the field go bounce. bounce, bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. The balls on the field go bounce, bounce, bounce. Let's play with the balls together.
Next up, we have the final ever Call the Cat. We're going to take 2 final phone calls, and then you can look forward to a Call the Cat retrospective releasing in the near future, as well as an album on iTunes that Nado will forget to upload.
Fuck.
Caller number 1, how are you doing? Yep. I know I was What? Caller number 1. I think you've dialed from your pocket. Can you? Hello? Yeah. I think that Podcat Potcast shit. Okay, moving on now. We have caller number 2. Caller number 2, are you there? Hello, yes. Hi, how are you doing? You are the final caller of the Podcat Potcast Call the Cat segment. Alright, thanks for calling. Thank you, your podcast is really shit. Yep, and we come now to the end of the podcast introductions. Your host for this week was me, Joe Caesar. Co-host was Esufer. Other co-host was he didn't win any tournaments, but is still going to nationals. Do. Other co-host was Eureka. He was definitely here. Sportsball guy, Jeff Lossley. Guest number 1, 10. He won a tournament and got a bye for nationals letters. And our final guest, Elon Musk. Alright, it's time once again to sign off the podcast with our iconic and signature saying, did you mean podcast? Bye.
Bye.
Toodles.
Hooroo.
I want to look at old sets. Fuck. Speak in the meantime. We can't just have this dead air.
Just edit it out, it's fine.
This.
We'll do it live.
I'll fucking cheat to win. Who cares? 10 Minfilias. Let's go. No one knows who you are.